Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you. My special guest, Temi. You're welcome. I appreciate your time and your accepting to share your experience with us. Thank you, Pastor Sam. Thank you, my darling Sandra. You've been on every episode. Thank you so much. And we will start, we'll kick it off now while we wait for others to join. And today we are having, I think, the fourth episode of Starting Afresh UK Experience. And it's a space where we share real stories, no fiction, no packaging, no forming. We just keep it real, real. And today I've got this wonderful man, and he's an author, he's everything. Short, I will let him introduce himself. And he's very good, happily married with children, and he's doing a lot in the UK. So that's why I approached him, and gladly he obliged me the opportunity to have this discussion with us. So Temi, I will let you introduce yourself, please. Can you introduce yourself to our audience, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shini. My name is Temidire Meroko. I'm a community lead, an author, like you mentioned, and I help. My passion is to see a better community, to see a community that connects, a community that is happy, and seeing people that are coming to the UK fully integrated. So that's a bit about me. And by the way, professionally, I'm a strategy consultant. I help our businesses, our small, medium-sized, as well as large corporations, to see that they do better. Even with our process. So don't let me talk much about myself for now. Just let's go into the conversation. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you today. Thank you so much. I've got a big entrepreneur. I've got a business consultant. I've got an author. He's not saying that. We'll come to that. I've got a wonderful, God-fearing young man. So we want to kick off the story today with a little bit about your journey. So let's begin with your journey. When did you first arrive to the UK, and what was that experience of, oh, I'm now in the UK? What was the experience like before we dive into other things?
Okay, thank you. I arrived in the UK 2021, precisely September. By this month exactly. So by in the next few days, it will be 5 years that I've been in the UK, and so far, it's been a lovely experience. Though there is no journey without its own challenges, and that's why we have someone like you doing something that the society actually needs, that can help people that are coming to the UK to have a better landing, which is, of course, I really appreciate seeing what you're doing. And as part my own arrival, coming to the UK. Arriving was, I would say, I had a good landing because I was able to surround myself with good people, and also where I needed help, I didn't close my mouth. I engaged with people, asked questions where needed, and thankfully I have good support system around me that could help me with signpost me to where I need and what I need part time. Not everybody has that opportunity, but then thank God I'm able to have that kind of opportunity.
Wow, thank you. So you had something like we call soft landing. It wasn't hard landing. Okay. I think that would be that's a good one. There are some things you mentioned. You didn't keep quiet, you engaged, and you had people around you, and you didn't shy away from the people around you. So those are the kind of things we want to, unpack in this discussion, so that anybody coming to the UK should know that yes, we need to communicate, we need to keep relationship, we need to, engage people. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that is one of the challenges that people, struggle with, especially when you see people you've not met before. But in your own case, it's like you met some people you knew before coming to the UK. Am I right?
Yes, thank you. I
Mm.
Before coming down here, I've got a very good friend. He's now in the south. I engaged with him, and on arriving also, I engaged with him also, and also connected with a faith community that I was able to engage them, right? Then, like I mentioned earlier, things that were not so clear, because the challenge with some people is that, especially people from the diaspora, or sorry, from Africa rather, they have this challenge of don't tell everybody everything. That's true, right? But you need to know who to talk to, because if you just keep things to yourself, you struggle alone and you die alone.
Mm.
And it will interest you to know that even the World Health Organization mentions that the issue of loneliness is killing. Is at least about 30% of people of diseases are caused by loneliness, and that's because people are not speaking up, people are not engaging, they are not connecting. So having a clear understanding of that, our challenge is that if you don't talk, if you don't ask questions from the right people, because the truth is not everybody is the right person you should talk to. Because sometimes I see people saying, "Oh, do you belong to a particular community?" It's not just about every WhatsApp is not a community. Some are dumping refuse or places, but you need to identify which platform, which people have the same values as you are. Who are the people that are going to where you are going? Do they have the same like a vision like you do? And can they help you? Knowing who to talk to part time is important. Not keeping things to yourself and saying, "Oh, I'm going through this stuff," and you are keeping things to yourself and you're dying alone. So I was able to understand that very quickly, and I leveraged on the people around. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, wow. You see why we created this platform, because every guest had their own experience to share. Every guest has something to add, like asking the right question and asking the right people. In one of the episodes, I said the people you associate with when you land in the UK has a lot to do with how you are navigating it. If you land and you associate with those that do the wrong things all the time and think they get away with it, you easily find yourself into trouble. But if you land and you navigate the place with people that are doing well and people that know the right thing to tell you, then you will hardly get into trouble. That is good. That is good. So knowing who to ask and knowing who to relate with is very important. Not just only in the UK. When you go to a new place, it's important you know who to relate with. So with that answer, my dear, let's go further in the question, in the discussion. Now, you know about this book, Integration Companion for New Arrival. You were there at the launch. In short, you were the manager directing things at the launch. I hope I'm not leaving anybody in the room. No, I don't think. Yeah. So having looked at that book, just the title, why do you think that book was written? Just looking at the title before we go into what is in the book itself.
Okay, thank you. So, like you mentioned, I was part of the team that when you were doing the launching, it was a nice experience for everyone that attended. I thank myself also. I also thank you for the invitation. And during the during the launching and looking at the book itself, the book, I believe that with the book, it's a collection of not just information, not advice, but the strategy that are required for people that are planning to settle, and people that are either they are here already. Some are here, but they don't understand how to integrate. One thing is living in the UK, another thing is integrating in the community. So some are living, but they are not actually integrating within the community. They find themselves. But going through the book, I see it's not around a topic around understanding British culture. So if you are here and you don't understand British culture, you may assume your box instruction as a what's it called now, like a request, like he or she's seeking your permission, because they are not direct in their conversation. And the book help people to understand that when you, even in a workplace, not just about you coming down here and just knowing where to go to buy things, knowing where to go or how to register for GP or how to open a bank account, but it also talks about the weather, right? It talks about the British culture, understanding your place in the British, how the British culture affects and how you're able to connect as well. So I believe those um, advice, the information from the book, I believe they are things that everyone that is here at the moment or people that are planning to come need to have the right settlement that they need. Because if you are just in a place and you are not fully integrating, you'll be missing out on a lot of things that you think you are there, but you are not actually there. So it's important to understand what can help you, that can give you the edge over other people that are not availing themselves the opportunity or the information. So that's what I've seen about the book, and I believe people that are here already, like I mentioned, some don't know that they are lacking behind in some information. So if they're able to get access to the book, they're going to get the help that they need.
Good, 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 good. I'm sure your take on that book has boosted boosted me more. I know that like I normally tell people, there is no information that in that book that is not out there, but it's how to access it. Like you said, some people live in the UK, they don't know most things. So that book was just bringing them together, bringing those information there together, like a resource, like a guide to people who have come to the UK. Whether you've come to stay, you've come to study, you've come as a tourist, at least that chapter 1 is okay to go on with it. And there was one other thing you said. What else did you like? Integrate? Yeah, integrating is not about I'm living in the UK, so you just need to know certain things, and that was why I put that book together as a first-hand information. And also I tried to put the scan code to the links, so that, because those information there are always changing, so that they can go to the websites to get the up-to-date information. That's lovely. So I don't know how much of the book you've gone through. So is there any, I know you mentioned the chapter 1, the weather and the system kind of thing in the culture. I don't know if there's any particular chapter in the book. Which parts do you think would have helped you most when you arrived, even though you had a soft landing, you had people here? So what do you think? Maybe you've stayed here longer now, at least more than 4 or 5 years. What do you think you learned new without them telling you when you landed? And maybe the book provided information on that.
Yeah, thank you. So I will talk about the British culture, because that's why I emphasized that earlier. Because why people think they are in a place, right, and they are moving from one place to the other, talking to people, and they don't understand the culture of the place where they are, where they are at. So they will not be able to have the full benefit of what that land or that community can actually provide. But going through the book, I understand that, assuming, for instance, when I arrived and I was able to lay my hands on it as a guide to lead me, so it will sometimes, because not every time, the truth is, not every time people will be there for you, but that's the reality. But when you have a personal guide, that either someone is there to help or not, you have it with you. It clarifies. Sometimes people can actually even make mistakes, right? But when you have a structured guide like the integration companion that you've written, it will help people that are for like I said myself. So understanding British culture, which is in the book, put show help me to understand better what I didn't possibly understand when I arrived. So I believe that's the key part that actually stand up for me.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Dr. Annabelle Alavi, welcome to the talk show. And Sasong, is that Dele? Please, can you put your name? Let's welcome you properly to our discussion. Yeah, back to my guests now. Yeah, yeah. So tell me, yeah, that's good. British culture is very, you know, there are certain things that when you stick to your culture, where you're coming from, and you don't integrate into the culture of the system, it's really difficult for you to really progress. Yeah, like I had a colleague who said, why are these little girls calling me by my name? I'm like, that is what happens here. That's what happens. Yeah, they call you, you are in the, maybe you're in the nursing home when I came newly, and you see little children calling grandmama, great grandmama, hi you girl, sit down, or you girl, how are you? Oh Sarah, I'm like, who? Is this not grandma? Not nothing like ma? Or giving you something with your left hand, where we are coming from, we frown at it if somebody uses the left, as if it's not part of your body, you know. So what about those that are actually left-handed, you know? Or you're going on the road, the person will just pass you without saying hello, and then when you say the hello, nobody responds. You're like, is that it? You know, that, so those things are normal. And the book, I would say normal because it's what we made here. So in the book, I put it there so that people coming in will know that it's not that the person is disrespecting them. It's not that the person doesn't like them. It's not that the person is discriminating against them. It's just how it is. Actually, I might not say it's British culture, but it's what I met and it's what happens here, you know, in this generation that we met. Yeah, that's fine. Because I could remember talking with some older English men and women. They said those days you don't call your next door neighbor by their first name. Your parents will really frown at it. So you either put Mr. or Mrs. You don't just say hi Rose, you know. Yeah, okay, thank you, darling. Are you happy for us to move forward?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, okay. So the next thing I would like us to look at is, you know, at times we talk about this integration. We talk about how we landed, how we adjusted. We talk more about the physical things, about the looking for job things, and we forget the emotional part of integration. The emotional part, like you mentioned, isolation, which you referenced WHO. Yeah, and isolation kills most people. I tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Isolation is something else. Let me tell you, nobody should laugh. I know this is in the internet. I will say, you know, I at times I don't work in Sheffield where I live. So I have a place there. Even when I was in the university doing my PhD, I have a place. And I have teddy bears. I have them different sizes, 3 on my bed. And after making my bed, I'll just arrange them. So when I come back, I'm like, did you give your brother food? I'm like, so why did you remove this? Just like, so that I have somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Yeah, yes. It's like I'm talking to, even though I talk on the phone and all this, let it be that I have something in my house, in my room, that I'm communicating with. You know, it might sound funny. So it's important that we relate with people. It's important that we talk with people. So though you had people here before you came, could you just you know, tell us a little bit about the psychological side of things, the emotional side of things, even at work? How did you experience that?
Well, thank you. So we trying to get one of the experiences I've had regarding the emotional part. I remember uh, getting to work on a particular day, and I was having a chat with a friend, and we were just having normal casual. Can I call him a friend? Let me say colleague at work. Just my casual talk, and I was trying to say I was trying to advise him to say this, or so you are this, you can't do I suggest you can't do this particular thing. And it was like, to him, he what the advice fell on the wrong place for him. So he instantly changed it otherwise. That, do you know that I can report you to the authority that you were doing what you're not meant to do in the office space? Then I told him, oh, well, if that's how you see it, um, then I'll keep my mouth shut. I feel that I feel that we were only having a chat, right? So, but back home in Africa, you could talk to anyone, right? Without them someone saying that I could report you, because the environment allows it, right? But here, you just need to understand that when you're having a chat, there are boundaries that you must keep,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But even the even advice, if someone doesn't beckon for your advice, you keep it to yourself. It doesn't matter
yeah,
how much you know.
yeah,
So some people, they can take offense from the advice you are giving to them. So
exactly.
I understood that immediately. Then I said, okay, it seems this advice will not work with it. Then I kept my mouth shut. So sometimes, even like you mentioned, um, compared to where we came from back home in Africa, where if someone does something and say okay, I'm trying to connect with another thing now. Maybe someone does something to you, and it's not your fault that someone did something. It's not your responsibility to say sorry to that person. But back in Africa, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," even
Yeah.
though it's not your own fault. But here, people coming need to understand those differences as it relates to that. So, as per emotional challenge that people do face, for me, like I mentioned, even when I didn't have people around, aside when though even though I had soft landing, what I did, that I believe that that's for me personally. Um, like you mentioned, that anytime you go to, you will maybe to your flat, you will talk to the teddy bears. For me, after talking to my family on the phone before they arrived, I would just go on YouTube, right, and watch movies. I will laugh from the movies. Then sometimes even invite my family that I'm watching this movie, then we watch together that way. So, but
Yeah,
for not everybody will do that.
yeah.
So the emotional challenge that people face is real, and
Very
like,
real.
yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very real. Both
killing.
psychological. Yeah,
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 it's killing. So
yeah.
if you don't connect with the right people, connect or ask questions where when it is necessary, someone can die of isolation. You can die of loneliness. It kills faster than any other thing. So it's important that people that are arriving, not only people that are arriving, we have a lot of people that have been here for a very long time, but they are still lonely. So it's important to see how they can connect with the right community and see that challenge, what loneliness can do to them, they are able to save themselves from the trouble.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Connect with the right community, your religious group, your country people. They have associations, they have groups here and there. Thank you, Idowu Babalola. Thanks for joining us. And again, you see this this isolation thing is not just you isolating. Even at work, the psychological trauma is like, thank you, my brother, for bringing it out that you don't just say anything. Like, most people, when they come from abroad and they say, oh, your weight, oh, your age, oh, this, we don't say such things easily here. When I was working in the hospital, we wanted to do some weight loss, and 3 of us agreed, and 2 of us were busy doing it, and we could see the answer. But one person wasn't. After 3 months, I just said, how are you? How are you getting on with that our project? Is it working? And she was like, which project? I said, the weight loss thing we say we want to do, because I've not seen her for a while. We walk opposite each other. I didn't know it was offended. She was offended. After a while, I didn't see her again. I was asked her, well, they said, oh, she was crying and going that she said I was bullying her for her weight. I said, me? Don't now. So we have to be careful. If you find yourself in the UK, be careful. We from Africa, when you tell us that, we can take it. Oh, Chini, you've added so much weight. Oh, Chini, you are, oh, your hair is this, or those kind of comments. Oh, how old are you? Things like that. Please, we start conversation with the weather or football or something. We don't ask people direct question. Are you married? How many children? That's the kind of thing we do. So that could cause some kind of psychological embarrassment. Yeah. Thank you so much. Before I continue with my guest, I want to give one or two opportunities for our audience. If anybody has something to contribute, just 2 minutes, please. Anybody can raise your hand, unmute yourself and contribute. Yeah. Anyone? Yeah. Oh, okay. Dr. Annabelle, please feel free to share with us.
Yes, thank you so very much. It's very exciting and educating. I mean, I've been blessed, and the reality of it, it's so much. It's reading, listening to you, and looking at the book as it is really is an inspiration and it's a blessing.
Thank you.
Truly, arriving in this land, the things you have said are real. Recently, I just came in, and where my daughter is living, apartments, a complex, and you meet somebody. Maybe you want to go into the lift and you say, "Hi, how are you?" There's no response. There's no response. They just look at you. Either their face is bent or they are pressing their phone, and you are like. So when my daughter said she was going for a weekend, I said, "No, you can't leave me here. You can't live in your apartment." She said, "But I stayed there." And I said, No, you can't do that. I felt as though the whole place was crashing in on me because, you feel so lonely because you step out, somebody is just by your door. As you open your door, somebody is just passing and say, "Hi," no response.
Yeah.
So that is one of the experience I had. The number two is this bullying, this idea about, if you tell somebody, "Oh, you've added so much weight." For us in Africa, it's a normal thing. You people, you've added weight, or you need to lose some weight. So you are bullying me. So I may have to take you up on this. We need to know these things so that we know, where to put ourselves, how to be careful so that we don't offend people, unknowingly.
Yeah.
So we need to know. I tell you, this book is priceless. I tell you, and I wish everybody will have it because it's such a blessing. Thank you very much for writing.
Thank you for that encouragement. Yeah, thank you, Ma. Thank you for coming. And somebody has joined us, our sister Iteke Judge from Nigeria. Can you see we are becoming international? Can you imagine? Thank you, Ma, for joining us. God bless you. We are happy to have you around, though we're almost rounding up. So I'll come back to my special guest, and that's Temi. And Temi, I'm back to you. So now, based on what we have learned these years you've been in the UK, if somebody arrives now, and maybe you've picked the person from the airport, what would you be advising the person, please? What will be, what will you tell the person, like in that first week, so that the person doesn't feel lost and try to get their head around it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. For my advice would be that you are arriving in a new environment. The fact that you are new does not mean that you can be. Let me put it this way. I would say that don't keep. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, just round up quickly. The time is running off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I will advise that don't run alone. Find the right people. Talk or ask questions where you are in doubt. 'Don't' believe that the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't believe that you are the whole world is crashing on you. Don't whatever you're going through, there's always someone somewhere to engage with, but be sure you're talking to the right person so you don't expose yourself unnecessarily to risk. So finding the right environment is very key, and connecting with the right place is key. So
Okay,
that,
just in one or two words, what does feeling integrated mean to you?
yeah, feeling integrated to me means being able to be part of the community and contributing to that community. It's not just about you just coming and just buying things and just living. It's about you being part of that community and making an impact in that community. Yes.
Well done. That's it. Being part of the community, contributing to the community, integrating into the culture, but not losing your identity. Because some of us come here, we want to be like the people we meet here, and you forget yourself. Remember the value you carry, the respect, and all those punctuality and regularity and all those things. Don't lose yourself because you want to integrate. Look out for what you can add to the society, not what you can always get from society. Make friends, build community around yourself. Grab the book International Integration Companion for New Arrivals to the UK. And Temi, I know we're already rounding up. You didn't tell us about your book.
Okay. Thank
Can you
you.
just say a little brief thing in the next 30 seconds about your book before we log off? Thank you.
Okay, so the book I've written is Coping with Generation Y. Understand that is a parenting guide for people that are not only people in the UK. It's for people, parents anywhere around the world, because the generation that we are, they are people that ask questions. They whatever you're saying, they are fact checking it with so many things all around them. And the challenge with them is that if they don't have the right answer from the things that are going on in their mind, from the things they see online, wrong people will mislead them. And if you're not able to guide them when it is necessary,
Yeah,
you lose them. And so it is important that parents understand their children, understand why they are asking what they are asking. They are not asking because they are clueless. They need the
exactly.
support. Yeah, they need
Exactly.
mentorship, and they need your support. Yes.
Thank you. Children ask questions these days. We don't do exactly how we are doing. So the question is they're developing the analytical skills so that they can progress in life and be not like us and stop where we stopped. Thank you so much, Temi, for coming. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate your experience sharing with us, bringing the whole world of the internet into your personal space to of experience in the UK.